yo.
As my close personal friend Giannis says, glizzy gone.
Glizzy gone.
Cock-a-doodle-doo. Alright guys, before the video begins, I just want to say, alright, cut that out. I know a lot of people got on me because I've been using that intro for a long time. If you didn't know, this is a moderately new channel, but still newer than my last channel. Nevertheless, if you're not subscribed, remember to subscribe to the channel, press the bell next to it so you get a notification every time I drop a new video. And, in the words of my grandpa,
subscribe, bitch!
Yeah, yeah, yeah! What's up, family? Giannis Antetokounmpo, 5th signature sneaker, Freak 5. It might be the ugliest shoe I've ever laid my eyes on. Let's get into it. Man, this shoe is terrible looking. It's shaped like a cleat. Actually, it kind of looks like a bowling shoe. Go along with this awkwardly placed swoosh, just empty space in the upper. The color scheme looks like a knockoff Gucci product, and the bottom is on some Spider-Man shit. But who knows, maybe a different colorway on the silhouette will look better. But both the colorways of the Freak 5s that are out right now are butt ugly. The saving grace on these shoes are the off-white colored laces and the midsole, as well as the patch on the insole. It's stitched on, so that's a nice touch. I'm one of those people who doesn't like the logo fading off on the insole the more you wear it, so the stitched patch is cool. Looks in the initial thoughts rating of the Freak 5s is a 2 out of 10. I refuse to believe Giannis had something to do with the looks of this shoe. I mean, he does have a Google phone, so he is kind of wired different. It had to be Giannis who designed these shoes. That's it. These are the Giannis ones. Moving on to the size and the comfort. Now, if it's true to size, real comfortable. It's my kind of cushion setup. It's springy, not overly plushy like the KD16s, which I also have been playing in recently. Watch this video when it drops in a few days. So while it's not like you're walking barefoot, the cushion is thin enough to where you can get a quick first step while not hurting your feet, especially with the Zoom Air in the forefoot. Again, comparing it to the KD16s, the cushion that surrounds your foot is definitely better in the KD16s. The Freak 5s are fine though. It's likely because the KDs are more expensive, they just have better features like better comfort. And it is a lightweight shoe and breathable. Size and comfort rating of the Freak 5s is a 7 out of 10. Moving on to the traction, it's the best part of the sneaker. Nike has really done well with the traction on their basketball shoes. The multi-directional traction pattern on the rubber outsole in this Spider-Man Spider-Verse colorway now has smaller ridges in the forefoot while having deeper, wider ridges in the heel. Nike says that the heel traction is advanced enough to where you stick a microsecond longer while the forefoot traction helps you get out of it. And the shoes do stick really well. So well to the point where it becomes obvious that the side support lacks in this shoe. But more on that in a bit. Traction rating 9.5 out of 10. Moving on to the materials and the technology. Basically, the only tech in this shoe is the top-loaded forefoot Zoom Air, which does a great job with court feel. You definitely feel low to the ground. While for lockdown, it has an internal containment system, and for comfort, the foam midsole. The rubber outsole does a great job with traction, as I said. The upper does feel flimsy though. What am I doing? That's really noticeable when you plant your foot and change directions and change speeds. Materials and technology rating is a 5 out of 10. I definitely feel they could have done more in the upper to make the shoe more sturdy. Even though it would make the shoes a bit heavier, it's definitely needed in the shoe because I'd rather feel safe than have the shoes be super lightweight. Moving on to the support and the lockdown. Standing on a foam midsole and Zoom Air, it's super comfy. Now doing defensive slides, stopping on a dime, changing directions, the shoes do that really well because of the outsole outsole and the traction, but the upper feels like it could pull a Zion and bust through that joint. Not saying it will, it just looks and feels that way. Where the swoosh is especially, it feels weak in that area. I wish they made it a different material to withstand all the weight that you're exerting into that area. Even above it is just kind of empty space and it's flimsy and weak. And I know they're trying to make everything lightweight, but I just rather have something here because one, it looks dumb, and two, it needs more protection. Just needed to be a little more heavy duty. You don't think Giannis, as big and freakish as he is, could break through this? Lockdown is solid though with the internal containment system, and the laces are long enough to double knot. Your foot's movement in the shoe are very limited, but it doesn't feel constricting. Rating 5.5 out of 10. Moving on to the price and the value. Now for this colorway, it's $140, $130 for other colorways. Definitely go with the cheaper colorway, because paying $10 for a shoe that's equally ugly, if not uglier, is crazy. For basketball purposes, $130 to $140, that's a lot for a shoe I'm expecting a lot out of. While I've enjoyed playing in Freaks in the past, these are easily Giannis's worst sneaker. Easily. And ugly. Definitely the ugliest. Did I mention ugliest? And for $130 to $140, I just don't think this shoe is worth it. So overall, while it is good in some areas like traction, court feel, and comfort, some things like support, materials, and looks make the shoe a huge disappointment, because I am a Giannis fan, except when he's playing the Celtics. Overall rating of the Freak 5s is a 5.8 out of 10. Ain't no way Thanasis didn't design this. Thanasis had to design this shoe. Alright guys, that concludes the video. Let me know what you think of the Freak 5s in the comments below. Am I tripping? Like, cause I think this is the ugliest shoe ever, but maybe some people like it. Let me know in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe. Press the bell so you get a notification every time I drop a new video, especially my video with the KD16s. You're not gonna wanna miss this one. Just feels great in my hand, you know? Watch my other videos in the playlist up there and down there. Until next time, we're out. Peace. Positive note of the day. Even if you're ugly on the outside, like this shoe, it's what's on the inside that counts. But the inside of this shoe kind of sucks too, so it's like an ugly person with an ugly personality is just a bad person all around. Don't be that person. Be a good person. Personality takes you further than looks do. At least that's what my mom told me. I'm so ugly.